Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Omer. We are on week 4, day 4.
Wow.
Netzach of Netzach. And
Netzach. We have endured.
We have endured the Renaissance Fair today.
We did.
And we will probably be wearing these costumes for the next few videos too.
Yes.
Because
we
endurance.
have some time to record.
Yeah, endurance.
Endurance.
Yeah, doing a lot in one day. So examine the endurance aspect of endurance, its expression and intensity. Everyone has willpower and determination.
Everyone does.
We have the capacity to endure.
We do.
We can build him stronger, or whatever the thing is.
Build back better? Is that something? I don't remember what
that's the $6 Million Man. It's like a really old show.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
Stronger. Faster. Something like that. And then they tried to make a remake, I think in the early 2000s. It didn't do very well. I don't know. It's not an enduring series.
It didn't have the Netzach of Netzach.
Yeah, it was Netzach in its time.
Yeah.
I think it was very popular in its time. Ask yourself, is my behavior erratic? Am I inconsistent and unreliable?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'm notoriously unreliable in an enduring fashion. Like, there's some things I'm notoriously unreliable in. However, as a human, I'm a very reliable person. I think that my behavior is, like, not erratic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think my behavior is erratic. I think that's really a strange way to put it. I mean, I don't know, flakiness is what comes to mind, which I know, like, I keep my word kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, like, if people have to bow out for, like, a health thing or suddenly something came up, which can happen, and as long as you trust your friends and whatever know that is a real thing,
Yeah.
then that's endurance of a different kind. Now it's like they have to endure something of their own or whatever.
Right, like that's, I don't know, I have real trouble with, like, the word flakiness because as a person with a chronic illness, I know that oftentimes that kind of thing can be seen as flaky. Like, when I can't do something, that can be seen as flaky, but I have no control over that. Like, I have no power over that whatsoever. All I can do is continue to do my best. So like, personally, that word is, like, very triggering to me. If it's ever, like, applied to me, I'm like, ooh. And then I realize that it's applied in, like, an ableist fashion, and then I'm able to come back from it. But yeah, I mean, endurance in general, like, am I trustworthy with my word? Are my intentions always good? Am I doing my best to make up when I can't show up? I think that's still endurance, right?
Yeah.
I think that's still Netzach.
I think that's still consistent, like you being, like a reliable person in your way.
Yeah.
Am I afraid of accessing my endurance and committing?
Oh.
Do I fear being trapped by my commitment? This is sounds like most relationships.
A good
question. I have felt that before. Like, whenever I am dating, and, like, even though I really want a husband and stuff, I have felt that before. I'm like, I'm gonna have to continue to go out with this guy, or something like that. And so it's like leads to the idea that I really have to find someone that I'm gonna love and really have fun with, that I want to be around, because I am gonna have to continue to be there and make time for that person and make them feel loved. Because to me, quality time is my number one love language.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, they say to know the love language of your other person to make them really feel loved. But for me, I don't know, like, I would want to be giving time and then be available to give words or touch or whatever when like he needs it. So, I felt the fear of commitment before, or like starting a new venture. Like, I'm trying to start a young person's group at my temple, and like it's going to take a lot of commitment because people are probably not going to show up to the first several events, but that means me going to all of the events, even if I don't want to have to drive or whatever, that kind of thing. Because we live in LA, and there's a lot of driving.
Too much driving, all the time. Yeah, I think the fear of commitment, like, one of the ways, so I was talking to a friend of mine, and my friend just got a really fantastic position in their career. Like, they're really excited about it. It's exactly what they want. But it also means that's the thing they're going to be doing for the next 40-something years. And they looked at me and they're like, is this really it? Like, I've made it. This is what I want to do.
Wow.
And I'm scared. And I went, yeah, because that's a commitment of, like, 40 years. It's exactly what you wanted. It's the goal that you've been working for forever. It literally could not be more perfect for you. You've taken all of the steps and it worked out for you. And now, like, imagine that. And now you're sitting here and that's your career for the next 40-something years. You're not moving. You're not changing. You're staying right where you are in this same community with these people that may come and go, but you're not leaving this position because this position is what you have been wanting. And That's like,
because it is
it's a big thing.
it's a big thing to go from the dreaming and the wouldn't it be cool and to actually get it.
Right.
Like, it is a big thing.
So there's, not to like sing and be like wicked or whatever, but like Glinda sings, do it. Glinda sings, getting your dreams, it's strange, but it seems a little well complicated.
No, I was thinking of the Beach Boys.
Oh, the Beach Boys, that works.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older? Except, like, that's more about, like, yeah, kids waiting to do grown-up things, like drive and go see each other.
But there's a sort of, like, it's like you hit this point and there's not going back. You're not going back anymore. You can't undo all of the journey, and now you're stuck here in the commitment of it. And I think that there's a little bit of, I don't want to call it growing up because I don't think it's growing up, but it's a matter of commitment, it's a matter of choice, and it's a matter of endurance. It's a thing you want to do, so you're so grateful you get to do it, but then you realize this is what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything else. There's no backing out.
Yeah. I mean, that's sort of how I feel too about living here, because like I'm like, oh, I could be living somewhere cool and like, I don't know, being abroad and just doing the teaching English thing for a long time, or in lots of different countries, but I do enjoy having the roots as well and having the friend community and not have to make friends everywhere I go, and it takes so much time, and like, yeah, I'm good at it because I've been the new kid lots of times in my life. But even like when I got the job that I have now, I remember coming in and being like, oh, I have to get to know people again. And I had just finished doing that at another job and like only 8 months ago or something. And so it's like such, it's always a pull of wanting something else, but also wanting the dream, I guess, and the commitment and having the roots and stuff too.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, yeah. So I don't think we as human beings are unafraid of our commitment, but I think we're also a little unafraid of it. Like, we want it, we choose it, we get to a point in our lives where we want to commit to something and just endure through it because we settle.
Well, I would think too, because if say like it was a marriage and somebody was like, are you backing out? Like, you don't want to commit? Maybe it really is knowing yourself too.
Yeah.
Like, to be like, you're not right for me, I'm not right for you in the end. And it is better, like,
our first
to
commitments
say no
always
to
have to be to ourselves.
Yeah.
Like that first and foremost, we always have to commit to ourselves, because after we make that commitment that I'm gonna do my life this way, I'm gonna do my life with the integrity that I want to do it with the choice that I want to do it with, then we can move forward in life and make other choices based on that.
Yeah. Let's do one more question.
Let's do it.
That was a lot of conversation.
Yeah.
Do I endure more pain than pleasure? Do I underestimate my capacity to endure? I think this is one of those Musar moments again where, because like, yeah, like we have endured a lot of pain, I think.
I think the both of us.
But
have
that's
been
not a good thing.
Right.
And like, you shouldn't have to, and like, you shouldn't put yourself, be like, well, I can do one more hour or whatever. Like, don't, I don't know, be nice to yourself and find the balance. And yeah, like, just because you can or whatever, like, maybe you know that you can. Like I talked about in a previous episode, I don't always know what my best is. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know, like you have to give up at some point and be like, okay, that was my best, and I need to give up for the balance sake of not enduring pain so much all the time.
Yeah. I think I really like the idea you brought in a while ago about our spiritual curriculums and how we all have like a different spiritual curriculum. And I think you and I align on this, which is that we have both endured quite a lot. And because we've endured so much, we see that endurance is not something we're afraid of. We're also more willing to put ourselves in situations where we have to prove our endurance because we've been through it so often. And sometimes we're not kind enough to ourselves and say to ourselves, like, you don't have to. And I think for some people it's a great lesson. They need to learn how to endure because they haven't, applied themselves in that way. But I don't think that's the lesson that we are required to learn just based on other things that we've had to deal with in our life.
Yeah.
So,
Like, if it is something new for you, like you're gonna jog for 10 minutes, maybe try jogging. You're gonna do it for like 5 days. Well, try it for 4 days, and on the 5th day do 11 minutes or something like that. I don't know, that's like a simple, like, as far as the underestimating your capacity, you could do that. But I was thinking of in the play, if you've read The Golden Compass, like, when they are like experimenting on Lyra and like they cut her almost from her daemon, like then they're able to go farther afterward because like they've found like their limit or something. And like I know because like in that book everybody has a daemon and they can only go so far from their person, but because she's cut, like they can go farther. And so that's what I was thinking of with the pain. Like just because we've learned that we can go really far doesn't mean you have to.
Doesn't mean we have to keep stretching ourselves that way.
Yeah. So very good, fun talk. How about an exercise for the day?
Exercise.
Commit yourself to developing a new good habit.
I love that.
But don't go overboard with it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, if it is going to be the exercising thing.
Don't use exercise as punishment.
Yeah, do it, I don't know, what's comfortable. Really, what is comfortable? 10 minutes. Let's start with 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
10 minutes and gradually go up from there.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.